All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome to this live edition of EMP Update. So we're gonna be doing like this is usually like us gonna be some stuff that we're gonna be doing where we talk about what's going on in Empire Arcadia. Let me fix my chair here. Make sure the fan is out of the way so that you guys don't hear all this random wind blowing noises. So yeah. All right, guys. So what's going on? I'm joined here today by two Discord members, Spubby and CM, and we're going to be discussing the recent things going on at EMP. We'll probably try to do this at least once a week, where we have an EMP update to keep everybody in our community abreast on what's actually going on inside Empire Arcadia with its players, etc., etc. So you, whether you guys see this live or not, you'll be able to check back in the on the YouTube page and our playlist where we'll host a live for everyone to be able to like get what's going on in EMP. So, what's going on, Spubby and CM? How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing all right.
he's,
Yeah,
he's,
same.
sorry. It's like I'm watching clothes right now, so there's a lot of background noise.
oh, no problem. Well, you're on push to talk, so that's good. But
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
so let's not hold everybody up because obviously we have some more stream gaming stuff to stream tonight, like Hollow Knight. We'll be definitely streaming some Hollow Knight. So let's get to it. So as you guys already know, you guys can follow me and a lot of the things that I'm doing or the content that I create on social media on my premier social media website, Hashtiv. So you guys can look into the description. You'll see the information. You can sign up to hashtiv.com. There you guys will be able to find out all the stuff that EMP does, and it's the first place I post all my social media stuff before I post it anywhere else. So the first thing I want to talk about is Tetris 99 Maximus Cup. So I got an email today when I came back from the Live Video Game TV's house. And in the email, it says, "Thank you for participating in the Tetris 99 Maximus Cup online event. As an event winner, you received a prize of 999 My Nintendo Gold points. And these points have already been added to my account, which is great because this is what I'm going to use to purchase Hollow Knight. I really want to purchase that Crypt Keeper game that there's going to be a Zelda DLC content to it, but I had promised Sahil that I was going to actually do this. So, yay me. Um, it was a long, grueling competition. But what I wanted to ask you guys was, what are your thoughts on that type of event that Tetris and the Nintendo Switch hosted with the Maximus Cups?
Hmm, that's a good question.
Well, do you have an opinion on it or not? Because if you don't, we can always just move on to the next thing or see what Spubby has to say. It
Sorry.
Well,
Um,
yeah,
has to be a legitimate opinion. It can't be anything fluff. So don't make up something. If you don't have an opinion on it, don't make up an opinion.
well, I don't. I'm not trying to make up an opinion, but I'm glad.
Mm,
I'm glad you got the points. I'm glad this event happened. But I always wondered if,
mm.
there could have been a bit more for the people that got to rank one, or not rank one. When you Triforce, didn't you break level 99? Like, didn't you go higher up in the system?
Yeah, I prestiged in the game, but
Exactly.
I did I prestige during? Yes, I had. Or no, I don't. No, I did not. Wait a minute. Yes, I did. I did prestige. I prestiged on Sunday, and the tournament was still going on. So yes, but I don't think that the Maximus Cup would have been able to determine that I was prestiging at the time.
Mm.
I don't think that's something that they kind of already knew. So, like they were not that they already knew. I don't think that's something that they could have found out about unless they were looking for it. And I don't think they were looking for it. So that's neither here or there. But Spubby, your thoughts on the Maximus Cup?
um, I think it was. I don't know. I thought it was really cool, to be honest with you. That I didn't think Tetris 99 would have been this big
Hmm.
when it came out. I thought it was just gonna be like a free game that people would buy, and people would play it for like a couple of weeks and then it just die. But the fact that even Tetris themselves are doing events like this, I think is really.
Yeah, this is true, and I can't believe it that it's considered one of the top battle royale games out there right now. It's literally going toe to toe with Fortnite and Apex Legends. I want to give a big shout out to not I was gonna say Nintendo Fangirl, but no, not Nintendo Fangirl. Nintendo Kate Evelyn. She was also one of the event winners. So the way the event works, guys, is that during that weekend when the Maximus Cup was happening, all the players in the world are playing online at the same time, US, Canada, and Mexico. The first, the top 999 players with the most wins were getting given the 999 My Nintendo Gold points, so you can use that to purchase a game on the Nintendo eShop. Shout out to Nintendo in correlation with Tetris for even making that. That was a very cool event, and I like, me personally, I like how they made it. They tried to make it inclusive and not exclusive. They open up the spots for more winners. It wasn't just some Tetris grandmaster god who just comes in, dominates, destroys everyone, and it's only for the upper echelon elites to win. That they made it where even people or seasoned vets, masters, grandmasters, and even starters all had a chance at trying to win the points, and they were able to win. So for anybody who's watching this, if you are part of the one of the people who won, if you're one of 999 people that actually was an event winner, drop your comments below. Let me know that you won, and I'll give you guys a shout out in our next stream, so we can move on from there. But thank you, Nintendo. Thank you, Tetris, for the opportunity.
We should also mention the fact that 999 gold coins equates to $9.99.
99 cents. Yes.
That's $10 right there you can use it in the eShop. So that alone is pretty.
Now think about this. That's $10 times 999. So that's how much money that they actually put in the event, and they shared the wealth. So that's to me, I think that's really cool. So all right, let's move to the next topic. Right, the next topic is something that I was supposed to announce on Monday that passed, but we'll be doing it this Monday coming up, and that is the International Video Game Hall of Fame 2019 nominations. Now I know you guys are like, 2019, well, what happened to 2017? 2017 took place, but oh well, not 2017 but 2018. 2017 took place, but they want to catch up so that they can have the years correlating with the actual years. So 2018 is kind of meshed together with 19 unofficially, so they're going to just start from 2019. And here I am on their YouTube page, and a lot of people don't know about this, but you can look them up. They launched their YouTube page late last year, and with this promotion coming up, it's going to be myself. I'm going to be hosting a show with, well, actually, I'm going to be the guest. The host is going to be on the Empire Arcadia channel, but the actual host of the show is Todd Friedman, and he's going to be hosting the show. I'm going to be a special guest, and we're going to be talking about the history of the International Video Game Hall of Fame and how you can nominate 2019's class. Now, my question to you two guys is, are you guys even aware of this YouTube page? Like the International Video Game Hall of Fame. CM, I know you went to the Hall of Fame with me in 2017, but did you know that they had a YouTube page?
No, not exactly. I remember they had a Facebook group, but that's something I would go subscribe to right away. Hold up.
Yeah, well, if you're watching the stream right now, I don't know if you actually have the stream running in the background while you watch it. I have it on the actual channel. You can take a look at it right there, and you'll actually be able to see it. And in fact, this is what I'll do. I'll put the channel in the YouTube chat, so you can just click the link and go there, and I'll also put it in the Discord. So if anyone is interested in subscribing to the channel, please subscribe. It's a young YouTube channel. It isn't even 6 months old, and the International Video Game Hall of Fame has a massive history. As you can see here on the YouTube page, look at this. They have the class of 2017 and the content behind it. Joel West, a legendary Golden Age gamer, passed away last year. Was it last year? Yes, it was definitely last year. And he was inducted in the 2017, so he made it in time before he passed away. So shout outs to rest in peace, Joe West, or rest in power.
I just subscribed to it, but is this the same thing as the World Video Game Hall of Fame, or is this like?
No, the World Video Game Hall of man. See, I actually I'm gonna touch on that in a second. No, actually, we might as well just touch on it right now. The World Video Game Hall of Fame used to be the Toy Hall of Fame, but I think they stopped doing the toys and they just went into video games. I don't necessarily know why, because there was already an International Video Game Hall of Fame, and they're relatively young. I think they started their company in like 2015. I could be wrong, but it's definitely within the last 4 to 5 years. That's for sure. And they're not like the International Video Game Hall of Fame because a lot of what they do regarding the Hall of Fame is based on the video game industry's commercial properties, meaning its history, lore, legacy, whatever you want to call it, is literally about the video game industry itself. Currently what's going on right now, but it doesn't necessarily have a history where it's involved. It's actually not involved in that regard. So not like the International Video Game Hall of Fame, where the International Video Game Hall of Fame is actually based on the games are the content, but the people are the context. So the history is there. When you look at the International Video Game Hall of Fame, you can go to ivgof.info, so IVGHOF.info. That's the International Video Game Hall of Fame's actual website, and you can see the different classes and the different people that's been nominated in its first year. Well, its first year was its pre-year, which is 2009. They inducted a lot of people from like Twin Galaxies, so guys like Greg Lau, guys like Paul Zimmerman, guys like myself, Steve Sanders, Billy Mitchell, Todd Rogers, even Fatality were all inducted in 2009 for the Twin Galaxies International Video Game Hall of Fame, which then inspired the actual International Video Game Hall of Fame to become its own entity in 2010, which then it hosted its event called The Big Bang, which if you guys want to see these things, you can go here on their YouTube page and you can see a collection of all of its history. So from KTVO TV out in Ottumwa, Iowa, covering the International Video Game Hall of Fame, all of its inductees and the people's there, impressions from people on the IVGOF Big Bang event, to the IVGOF launch party event, some of the inductees such as Ben Gold's acceptance speech, Billy Mitchell's acceptance speech, Todd Rogers, Steve Wiebe, the Hall of Fame opening ceremony, Walter and Billy, even Steve and myself being on KTVO. You get the whole context of the history there. It's the people that made the Hall of Fame, because it's not about the games. Think of it like the WWE, or think of it like the NBA Hall of Fame or the NFL Hall of Fame. No one really cares about the ball going through a hoop. No one cares about a bat hitting a ball. No one cares about the physical wrestling ring or the ball being kicked through the uprights. No one cares about that. What people care about is the people who make the ball goes through the hoops, hit the ball with the bat, pass the pigskin to the next player, and the stories that are made from the WWE universe and stuff like that. The people makes that happen. The very same thing is true about video games. Listen, Pac-Man is great, Donkey Kong's great, Smash Brothers is great, Halo is great, but these games aren't great because someone made the game and says, wow, the game's great. The games are great because the people who have played them, the memories, the history, the achievements people have done in these games to make these games stand the test of time, which people then pass on and network amongst each other, say, play this game and who sets a high score in this or who beats who in that, or whatever the case may be. And that's what the International Video Game Hall of Fame is based on. It's based on the actual historical context of the people. It even goes so far that the Hall of Fame is literally in the birthplace of esports, which is Ottumwa, Iowa. That's like, you're like, what? Ottumwa, Iowa, where's that? When you come here on the YouTube page, you'll actually be able to see and learn the history of Ottumwa, Iowa. See, video game capital of the world news, and you can go here and it talks about the history, future location of the Video Game Hall of Fame and museum. There's an actual museum that's actually going to be there. Ottumwa celebrates Twin Galaxies' 35-year anniversary. Ottumwa installs plaque recognizing birthplace of esports. All this is historical context. The people actually there, and these people that you see there here on this page all have been inducted in the International Video Game Hall of Fame. Don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. It's not that the International Video Game Hall of Fame ignores the games. It's just that the games are not the priority. Where when you look at other Hall of Fames for video games, they focus on the content, which is the game. That's primary. And then secondary is the people. The International Video Game Hall of Fame primary focus is the people, and then the games are second. So they definitely do talk about like some of the best games, like Golden Age game, 90s game, 2000s game, modern age game. So they definitely recognize those games. Like Pac-Man was the first game inducted into the International Video Game Hall of Fame. But they focused more on Masaya Nakamura, who's the Japanese president of Namco. They focused on Billy Mitchell, who got the first perfect Pac-Man score, because these guys are the context behind the content. I'm not trying to put down World Video Game Hall of Fame, but someone had mentioned to me earlier that the World Video Game Hall of Fame is inducting Super Smash Brothers as classic game. Now, I don't know if that's accurate, but I was told this, so I'd have to look at this. But let's say, for the sake of this conversation, it is accurate. I think that doesn't make any sense. Super Smash Brothers cannot be a classic game. Like, that's not, how is that possible? Like, how did that, so if Super Smash Bros. Is a classic game, then what's Pac-Man? What's Pong? What's Donkey Kong? What's Mario Brothers? Retro is classic. That's what classic is. Retro means to go back in the past. Classics is the past. Now, we understand that Super Smash Bros. In context to today may be a classic game. So if your first system is a Nintendo Switch, then I can see you looking at the GameCube and going, oh wow, that's a classic system. But when you then look at it as a broader spectrum, that's not true, because the NES was before it. So I don't know what would make them think Smash Brothers to be a classic game. That just doesn't make any sense. Now, before the Smash Brothers community tries to crucify me, I'm not saying that the game isn't worthy of being in the Hall of Fame or any Hall of Fame of that, but it should go into the section that it should be in. It should be recognized as a Hall of Fame game for the decade of 2000. That would only make sense. That just would make sense, because it was a game that was created in the 2000s, and the game stood the test of time, 14 something years, over a decade, still competing. And this year was a year that was removed from the Evolution World Fighting Game Championships. So props out to the Smash Brothers Melee community and all of its supporters. But to sit here and say that the game is a classic undermines the people that paved the way for them. Literally, it actually disrespects Smash Brothers 64, because without Smash Brothers 64, they wouldn't even be in a Melee. So,
wait,
yeah, what's up?
which game is LA?
I don't know the absolute facts, but they're saying that the World Video Game, I was told this earlier by Ori, that the World Video Game Hall of Fame nominated or inducted, I don't know, we have to find out, Super Smash Bros. Melee as a classic game.
Oh, that's an insult.
So I don't know how that works, but the thing is, we're not talking about the World Video Game Hall of Fame. The World Video Game Hall of Fame, like I said, is young. These guys are like a Player's Choice Award organization. They got a lot of history that they need to build up behind them. I'm talking about the legitimate International Video Game Hall of Fame, with entities like Guinness supporting it, the history of Twin Galaxies, and the town that in which the International Video Game Hall of Fame is held from, the video game capital of the world, Ottumwa, Iowa, proclaimed by the governor of Iowa in 1982. Also in this very same location is the Video Game Capital of the World Museum, where they literally archive the physical pieces, relics of video game history. I'm talking about the Apple II computer is literally in their museum. You can physically go in and touch the Apple II computer. They have all different types of ancient relics and stuff like a museum would do. So the Hall of Fame is literally held in the video game capital of the world, and its museum is also held there, and they even have an arcade there. So, you know, it's just, I see this legitimate because some of the people that's been inducted into this Hall of Fame, right? Fatality has been inducted in this Hall of Fame. Thresh has been inducted into this Hall of Fame. Justin Wong has been inducted into the Hall of Fame. And I consider those guys some of the more modern guys and stuff like that. But guys like I don't necessarily want to just say the same names over and over again, but I'll actually go over the list of just a few people that have so let me ivgolf.info, right? I'm gonna go to the website now, and I'm just gonna give you an idea of the type of people that were nominated in just its first class, which was 2010. So I'm gonna read off some of these names because I don't like doing like the whole, you know, top tier names that we all know. But guys like Eric Atkinson was inducted in as a competitive gamer. Ralph Baer was inducted in as a video game, the father of video games, right? Nolan Bushnell, founder of Atari. Paul Dean, and Paul Dean's a guy, he's an actual true gaming historian, and this man is an avid gamer, and he's an elderly gentleman. So like these are veterans. These guys have grays in their beard. So like these are the elder gods. Things that like people like don't understand. Like these are the guys that actually founded the scene, put the platform down. They were putting it down. They put the bricks down. Without them, you wouldn't have what you have now. Let's go to some other guys. Ben Falls, Dennis Fong, Ben Gold, Ken House, right? Chris Manfield, Billy Mitchell, creator of Donkey Kong, Shigeru Miyamoto, founder of Namco, Masaya Nakamura, the legendary arcade game, Pac-Man, Perry Rogers, Todd Rogers, Fatality. And that's just 2010. So these are like the people that they honor and induct into the International Video Game Hall of Fame, and these are the people that come to the International Video Game Hall of Fame. These players actually go there and pay homage to the scene and what built the scene. So come this Monday, myself as a special guest with Todd Friedman will be unveiling the nomination process for the International Video Game Hall of Fame. We'll talk some more about the history of the International Video Game Hall of Fame, and everyone can start to see who they want to vote for, because the nomination process, it gets worked on every year because they want to be able to get the best way to nominate people into the International Video Game Hall of Fame. I hope you guys will be able to join in. I will be live during the nomination process. I will be nominating some people live to show you guys how the process literally works in real time. So I already have my nominations. I'm just going to go over the process while I show that that nomination process. So what are you guys' thoughts about that news coming up? Oh, before you answer that, it will be live streamed on the Empire Arcadia YouTube. They asked me to live stream it. It'll also be live streamed on the International Video Game Hall of Fame YouTube and their Twitch. So you'll be able to check out both of their contents on Monday as well. So any one of the three channels, you'll be able to see the live nomination process, etc. But what's your guys' thoughts on that? What the?
Sorry, again, background noise.
Oh, no problem, no problem.
Well, I'm really excited for this. Because back when I came to, what year was it? 2016, 2017?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of things in the museum that really struck a chord with. There was the Apple II, and I remember we were given an in-depth lesson on how Atomo became the video game capital of the world. And just, this is important. I think every gamer should know the history behind their games. It's their community. And if you're going to lead your community, you're going to be a part of it, you got to know its history. You showing off the website and not only showing us how to nominate, That's really cool, Triforce. Like, this is gonna be really cool.
Oh, I gotta do my job, man. I gotta preserve the history here. We can't be like letting shadowy, dark, illuminated forces try to remove the history. Like I don't know about other people, but that's just not gonna rock with me. There's war up in them dark hills, so I'm definitely gonna be there for that. All right, so we spoke about that. Let's move on to our final topic on the EMP update, and that is something that I definitely man, this happened earlier today. The lab video game TV. I literally went to the studio this morning with Empress Nile, and we did a segment called The Wall, and it's really a cut loose. I don't want to call it a podcast, a cut loose interview where you can be real. And the host of it is Wayne Benjamin from the Lab Video Game TV. And we really talked about some real interesting topics. He did a promo on it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute the Discord on the stream, and I'm going to go over this this segment for everyone to see. So you guys make sure that you're watching the Live Video Game TV, because I want you guys to be able to see it and take a look at this, right? Watch this.
So here we are, another episode of The Wall, and today we have 9-time Guinness World Record holder Triforce Johnson. Let's talk about this recently held symposium by the Jamaica Computer Society.
It was the guys from the Jamaican Esports Initiative. It wasn't the Jamaica Computer Society talking about esports. It was the Jamaica Esports Initiative informing the Jamaica Computer Society about esports.
Because I remember there was a post on one of the videos I put up. That same video I'm talking about with the Tetris thing.
Yep.
The Grandmaster thing. And some guy came on and basically said, you know, fuck you, you're not a Grandmaster. What does it take to be a Grandmaster exactly? And are you really a Grandmaster, or did I just get up and appoint you as a Grandmaster? What have I heard? I've heard that Triforce Johnson is a pimp. No, pimping ain't easy. I heard that he has a prostitution ring. I heard that Triforce Johnson is a con artist. I heard that...
I have a G5. A G...
That's a jet, right?
5, yes.
That's the same jet we took to Africa.
As you guys can see here, me and Wayne is standing by our G5 plane. Honey, look at this. The funny thing about this is that when he photoshopped our heads on, he actually put tape. He actually put tape. This is so stupid. Anyway, listen to this.
Africa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we were balling. Yeah, in the G5. Right, so he has a G5 and there was some other shit. But my point is that I heard some horrible things about Triforce Johnson. And even some of the horrible shit I was hearing was from people I was also associated with at the time, working with. And to be quite honest with you, I realized, it took me a couple of years to realize it, but even some of the people I knew who were bad-mouthing Triforce Johnson, I realized from working with this man that Triforce Johnson has more integrity in his little finger than those people combined. What the world needs is integrity. So while I'm not saying this guy is like the second coming, if there was even a first, he has integrity. If there's any proof that he actually did these things, feel free to add it here. And let's treat this video like it was a fucking steak, and we tied Triforce Johnson to it, and I'm just waiting for you motherfuckers to just bring that fuel and let's light him up. Let's crucify this motherfucker like they did that other guy.
So yeah, this was a real, that's a what happened? Oh, I'm sorry, honey. So yeah, this is like, as you can see, this Wayne is something else, as you guys already know.
Triforce, you're bowling.
Yeah.
You're bowling.
I'm what?
You're bowling.
I'm bowling or balling?
Bowling.
Booling. Oh, I have no idea what you mean by I'm balling. I'm booling. But no, he says booling, but it's really balling. But hold on, it says I'm bullying. Here's a.
It's what we youngsters say nowadays. Don't
Oh.
mind me.
I put the video inside the Discord and I put the video inside the YouTube. The video is also on Hashiv. It's on all my social media platforms. So if you guys are interested in watching that, please do support the Live Video Game TV. It is literally Jamaica's premier video game journalist media outlet, period. It actually comes on network television or cable television here in Jamaica via E Plus TV, and it's also on the Live Video Games YouTube page. But Wayne Benjamin is literally a video game journalist. He literally is. He covers all news in games from the people. So the context to the content, he covers it all, and I really want to support his work. He's been doing this like 10 years before I even came back to Jamaica, so he's been doing this as early in the early 2000s, and I'm trying to get as much people to support his channel. Please, I've left the link in the channel. Give the man a subscribe, a like, watch the video, leave your comments. Like he said, if you guys feel that if all my enemies out there, you have a gripe against me, post your evidence about your gripe against me in the chat, and when the wall comes out, you guys will be able to see the actual. Yeah, you'll be able to see what we spoke about regarding that. But it's definitely something I would hope you all get into. It's very drama filled, very but a lot of real talk. So I think you guys are gonna enjoy that. I really enjoyed the actual interview in its reality in the time, so it was actually cool. So, but I really hope people are gonna get into it. So please subscribe to the channel, leave a comment on below in the promo and stuff like that. What do you guys thought? What did you guys think about? I want you guys comments on just a promo alone. What you thought about the promo? Oh, wait a minute, did I mute these guys?
Oh,
no,
I thought
I
you were
didn't.
I thought you were talking to the stream. My bad. The video alone, I think it's gonna be great. Just the way what's his name again? I'm sorry. The guy who was in.
His name is Wayne Benjamin.
Wayne. Yeah, sorry, it slipped my mind. I think the way he's handling the information that he's trying to present is good. The editing itself is good. I thought it was great. So,
So you like that edit of us in the G5?
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Especially with the tape on our head, right?
Yeah, because it's such an outlandish accusation. Like,
Yo, I got a G5, B.
yeah, because anyone can own a G5. Yeah, totally.
Oh man, the foolishness. And what about you, CM?
I own a G5. It's in my backyard right now.
Triforce, I'm so glad this video is happening.
It's a long time coming, definitely.
Yes, and I can't. Wayne does really good camera shots, and I'm just like, I'm stunned. When do you think this will be released?
I don't know. He said that he has literally tomorrow he leaves to Jamaica to go to the States. He has some work he has to do out there, and I know he's gonna be gone for 2 weeks. But he's the type of guy, he works very fast. When he's driving, he's working. If he's in the bathroom on the toilet, he's working. When he's sleeping, a third arm comes out of his cybernetic back and continues to work while he's sleeping. So he's always working. We shot this shoot today, yet this 2-minute promo was out today. So you see what I'm saying? So like that's a testament to the type of work that Wayne does. So I think it's gonna be out in the next, give it a week or so. Obviously he has a touchdown in New York. I would assume that somehow he would, when he finds free time, he's gonna edit it immediately and get it out there, even while he's in New York. So we'll see how that works out. So when the full feature comes out, it covers me hitting Prestige and Tetris. It covers the meeting that I went to with the Jamaica Computer Society. It also covers the slander on the Score Esports, and then my situation regarding with our work in Africa with the Access Summit. That's a lot of things. So, but I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. I think it's gonna be do a good good job for everyone. Everyone will really like it, and because it's controversial, is why people will be able to go through the whole thing because there's a lot of negative stuff.
Drama's entertaining.
Oh, it's a lot of drama, and the thing here is that the drama is like the drama is silly. It's just really silly, the drama, because like the way he approaches the drama, in a very direct, no nonsense, sarcastic way, as is. He doesn't do the mob mentality thing, which is what I like. So it's not like he's fluffing me up or defending me. He's asking for the information, because he's like, yo, if these people prove that you're some type of scumbag, I'm gonna stop working with you. And I said, fair game. So I like about that. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me on the EMP update. We're gonna be doing more of these things. We'll try to have an update at least once every week, or just let you guys know what we're doing. Well, you know, what we've done and what we're going to be doing into the future. So I'm gonna call it a night on the update. Stay tuned. In the next 15 to 20 minutes, I will be coming online to play a little bit of Hollow Knight for Friday night's video game stream, and chilling out with the Discord, so you guys can join us for some games and our usual trash talking and all types of foolishness. And then I will see you guys later. So thank you for supporting the EMP update. I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. Later.